Today's my last class with you guys. Yeah. I made a little. There's a special occasion for today. I brought some shaving cream. I don't know if you guys know what that is. If you guys do well, you guys can pie each other in the face, or me particularly. Okay. If you do well, okay. Okay. So we're doing 3 questions. We're doing 3 questions, and you'll get like 3 minutes each, and we'll go over them after. Okay. So on your paper, this is the first question. This is an isosceles triangle. This is too small. Can you see that? All right. Okay. And then 40. Okay. 8. This is 40. 40 degrees right here. Sorry. It's pretty bad. Okay. So I want you guys. This is a isosceles triangle. I want you guys to find the area. Okay. I'll walk around and see if you guys have questions, but you get 3 minutes to solve it, all right? You guys. Okay. Oh, you get a binder paper? Okay. Can I get another binder paper? There you go. Nice, nice. Yeah. So for this one, you're just going to be finding, you're going to find this part right here. So if this is the right angle, if that's the right angle, how would you find this right here? Do you know? Okay, you have the hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Right? And so what function would... Oh, yeah, adjacent, yeah. So you use cosine, and then you put in the degrees, and you would put is equal to...
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use notes. You can use notes. You have any questions? So for this one, you're going to put a fake line in between. And this is an isosceles triangle, so we know that these two are equal to each other. And so we can solve for this part right here. And we know this is the right angle, so what would this side be? That'd be either opposite or adjacent. Which one is it? Adjacent, yeah, because we're using this degree. It actually depends if you want to use that one or that one, but we use this one in this case. So solve for that using the cosine 70 is equal to, and then the adjacent over hypotenuse, and then that's the first step. Okay, you guys have a minute and a half. Okay.
We're actually trying this.
Okay, it's fine. So using sine, okay?
Yeah, right?
And using 40, yeah, this is 40, right? That's 40.
But don't you divide it or just split it?
Well, what sine would be equal to? So if we're using this right here, sine would be, in this case, we're using 70. That's a 7? Sorry. Okay, so sine 70. And so you're solving for the height. Okay, that's good. And so height would equal to, yeah, that is how to do it. And so that would equal to this side over this side, because that's the hypotenuse.
So the height over the hippo?
Yeah. Yeah, hippo, yeah. That'd be 8 over b, yeah.
Okay, what do we do after that? Because that's how far I got.
Okay, and then you want to solve for this one right here, because we know that this is an isosceles triangle, so these two would be equal to each other. And so you can solve for this one right here.
What do you do?
Well, then we just use this. We have, if we're using 70, and we just need to do the adjacent over hypotenuse. So, and what would, so katoa. See, koa is, okay, so katoa.
So it's a seaweed.
Okay, that was a minute. Okay. I know there's not much time, but I don't have much time either, so I'm really sorry. How far do you guys go on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, give me a thumbs up. Halfway down. Halfway. Who was like completely lost? Who was completely lost in this one? It's fine. Completely lost. Okay, so I'm gonna solve this right here, okay? So in this case, the first step would to draw a fake line right here. And we know this is a isosceles triangle. So we know that this side right here, I'll just circle it, this side and this side will equal to each other. And so we need to solve for height, and we need to solve for these side lengths. So what do you guys think, how do you guys solve, I know some people solve the side length. What was the equation you guys use? Does anyone want to give an answer? Which Triggs identity do you guys use? So yeah, that can work. That can work. Okay, I'm gonna just give you the answer right now. So we're in this case, this is the adjacent. This is the adjacent, and then what we use is cosine. And we're going to use this angle right here. So we're going to use 70 degrees is equal to. I'm sorry, it's on the side. We have the hypotenuse in this case because it's right across from the right angle, but we do not have this adjacent side. So we're going to call this adjacent side A. And so we do A over 8, and then we solve. So if you guys put that in the calculator, you should get cosine 70. You should get 0.34 2 is equal to 8A over 8. Then you just multiply. Bring the 8 over to this side. You guys understand that, right? And then you should get this side A is equal to 2.736. All right, and so that's how we get this side right here. Yeah? It's really confusing, but it's kind of just step by step. So I'm gonna leave this up here. I'm gonna solve for the height right here. Let's call the height. Just call it h. All right. So we're going to use the same triangle right here because we already solved for this one right here. So we can either use tangent since we have a and we just want to solve for h, but I think it's easier just to use sine in this case because we have the adjacent but we don't have the opposite side. That's what h is in this case. And so in this case, since we're using the opposite side, we're going to use sine. Use the same angle, 70, is equal to, oh my gosh, we're going to do h divided by, and we don't have we have the hypotenuse, and we're going to do 8. So this is how we solve for the height right here. All right. So if you put sine in, you should get sine 70 into your calculator. You should get 0.9397. Does anyone have questions on how to put it in a calculator? You just have to put sine in and then just put in 70. Just clarifying that. It's equal to height over 8 because the identity of sine is opposite over our hypotenuse, which is 8. Bring the 8 over, and we should get the height is equal to 7.518. That's really bad. 0.518. That should be our height. Okay, and so now what we have is this. We have the height, and we have this little side right here. But since it's an isosceles triangle, these two are equal to each other, right? And so what we do for this side is just to get the base, since the equation would be base, and this we can't just count this right here. We have to count this whole line right here. And since they're equal to each other, we just multiply this side by 2, just to get these two equal to each other. All right. So multiply 2.73, which is this side right here, multiply by 2, and we'll get this whole base. And you should get, for the base, just multiplying this by 2, you should get 5.47. And so This now we have the base and we have the height, and we just got to plug that into the area equation. And we all know that area of a triangle is 1.5 multiplied by base times height, and we'll get. I won't go through it right now since that's kind of a long. I have to rush this, but then that's pretty much how you solve it. All right. So, yeah. Anyone have a question? It's kind of okay. Cool. All that matters is that you guys try. That's all. Then you get to pie me in the face, or I get to pie you if you don't do well. I'm doing it at random, so I don't. There's no bias. Everyone has an equal chance to get pied. Might be you. I'm joking. Okay, for number 2, we're gonna do this one. This is a little bit pretty kind of similar. So we have this right triangle. Make it big for you guys. Right triangle. This angle, I might call it X. Call this B. This is 5. This is 7. Since I don't have much time, I just want you guys to find the angle. Alright. Okay. Give you guys 3 minutes. Nice. It's all good, man. It's all good if you're doodling. Any questions? No? Sorry. Guys, any questions? Nice. Were you confused about the first one? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using a wrong pen, aren't I? It's hard to see from here on out, I know. The light, yeah. Okay, I'll use a black pen. Okay, so for this one, you want to solve the way you would solve this. How do you think you would solve it? It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so in this case, we have, so the 5, which side would you call that? Do you know? It's called the opposite side because it's opposite from the angle that we're using, which is the X. See that little X right there? That's opposite from that side. And so we have opposite, and do you know what that 7 is? The 7? It's the hypotenuse, because it's right across from the right angle. Yeah. Okay, so the identity, I don't know if you know what the identity is, but the identity that we can use, because we have the opposite and the hypotenuse, is sine. We use sine, and in this case, instead of using in the calculator, we use second, and then, and I'll explain it. How much time do we have left after this? Yes.
That's right. Got close now.
Oh, you're using that?
Were we not supposed to?
Well, I don't think so, because we want to solve for this angle right here.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, my bad. I shouldn't write B there, huh? Okay. So sorry. Don't worry about this B. You can solve it perfectly with just these 2 sides. So sorry if you mix that up with you guys. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Don't you? We don't
5,
have to inverse it.
Yeah, inverse. Yeah.
And then we have to put that in the calculator.
And it's equal to. This should equal to X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's right. You got it right. Yeah. A little confused? It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Okay, that's time. I'm gonna go over the answer. Does anyone want to go up and do it? You want to go up?